morning students. So today in this class we are dealing with the cell membrane, its composition and structure. We have already studied the introduction of a cell and the structure of cell membrane. So in this lecture we will study about the cell membrane. So this cell membrane, it was first discovered by Schwann in 1838. And this term cell membrane, it was coined by Naegeli and Kramer in 1855. Now this cell membrane, it is also known as plasmalemma, and this term plasmalemma, it was coined by Plough in 1931. So this cell membrane, it is usually the external covering in case of plant and animal cells that encloses the cytoplasm, and it was first discovered by Schwann in 1838. It was named as cell membrane by Naegeli and Kramer in 1855, and it was also called as plasmalemma by Plough in 1931. Further, this cell membrane, it also occurs inside the cell cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells as the covering of certain cell organelles such as nucleus, the mitochondria, plastids, the lysosomes, peroxisomes, and endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex. So at present, all the cell membranes either present on the outer side of a cytoplasm or inside the cytoplasm. They are known as biomembranes. They are known as biomembranes. So this cell membrane, it is known as plasmalemma, and at present it is also known as the biomembranes. Now further, the thickness of this cell membrane, it varies from, that is, thickness of cell membrane, it varies from 50 to 100 angstrom, and this cell membrane, it is usually selectively permeable. Selectively permeable for solutes. It is selectively permeable for solutes, and it is semi-permeable for water. So a cell membrane is selectively permeable for solutes and it is semi-permeable for water. So this cell membrane, it is dynamic in nature. It is dynamic in nature. Further, these cell membranes, they are usually quasi-fluid in nature. So cell membranes are quasi-fluid in nature. They are elastic and film-like covering which separates the components of one cell from another cell, or even you can say these cell membranes are quasi-fluid, they are elastic, and they are separating membranes. So it is an discovery and introduction to cell membrane. Now come to the composition of a cell membrane. So chemically, we are talking about the composition of a cell membrane. So chemically, a cell membrane consists of 20 to 80% of lipids. It consists of 20 to 70% of proteins. It consists of 1 to 5% of carbohydrates, and it consists of near about 20% of water. So a cell membrane consists of 20 to 80% of lipids, it consists of 20 to 70% of proteins, 1 to 5% of it consists of carbohydrates, and 20% of water. Now we'll discuss each of these components a little bit. So the carbohydrates first. Carbohydrates which are present in a cell membrane, they can be branched or unbranched. So the carbohydrates which are present in a cell membrane, they can be branched carbohydrates or they can be unbranched carbohydrates, or they can be oligosaccharides. They can be in the form of oligosaccharides, such as the hexose sugar, fructose. They can be in the form of sialic acid, etc. Further, now the lipids which are present in a cell membrane, they are of two types. The important lipids of a cell membrane are the phospholipids and phosphoglycerides. Phospholipids and phosphoglycerides. So these are the two main or important lipids which are present in a cell membrane. Further, these lipids, they form some bilayer. So lipids in a cell membrane forms a bilayer, and these lipids which are present in a cell membrane, these are amphipathic in nature, or you can say they are amphipathic in nature. Amphipathic in nature or amphipathic in nature means that these lipids have polar and non-polar ends. Non-polar ends. So these lipids which are present in a cell membrane, they have polar, hydrophilic. These hydrophilic ends, these are water loving ends. So these lipids, they have polar, hydrophilic ends, that is water loving ends, which are present on the outer side of a cell membrane, and they have the non-polar, hydrophobic ends. Non-polar hydrophobic ends, which are water repelling ends, and they are present towards inner side of the cell membrane or towards the center of a cell membrane. These lipids, they forms the bilayer in the cell membrane. The important lipids of a cell membrane are phospholipids and phosphoglycerides. Further, the lipids, they are amphipathic in nature or amphipathic in nature. That means they have polar hydrophilic ends which are water loving and present on the outer side of a cell membrane, and non-polar hydrophobic ends which are present towards the center of the plasma membrane or cell membrane or towards inner side of the cell membrane. Now, the proteins which are present in a cell membrane, these proteins which are present in a cell membrane, they can be fibrous proteins, or globular proteins. They can be structural proteins, they can be carrier proteins, they can be in the form of receptor proteins, or they can be enzymatic proteins. So proteins present in a cell membrane, they can be in different forms, such as they can be in fibrous form, globular proteins, structural proteins, carrier proteins, receptor proteins, or enzymatic proteins. Now, these cell membrane, they contains two types of proteins basically. The one proteins which are embedded in lipid bilayer. Lipid bilayer. So the proteins which are embedded in lipid bilayer, they are known as intrinsic proteins or integral proteins. And the second proteins which are present at surface of lipid bilayer. The second type of proteins present at surface of lipid bilayer, they are known as either surface proteins or they are also known as peripheral proteins. So proteins are present on both, that is on the surface of the lipid bilayer, and they are also found embedded in the lipid bilayer. Now we will discuss about the structure of cell membrane, that is fluid mosaic model of cell membrane. So fluid mosaic model of cell membrane, it was proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. Fluid mosaic model of cell membrane, it was given by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. And according to this fluid mosaic model of cell membrane, the cell membrane is quasi-fluid in nature, and its quasi-fluid nature, it is denoted by its quick repair, its expansion, its growth, its dynamic nature, its ability to grow during cell division, its property of endocytosis. So all these properties shows the dynamic nature of the cell membrane. Now in this fluid mosaic model of cell membrane, the lipids which are present in cell membrane, they forms a bilayer. So in blue color, these are the lipid bilayer. This is the lipid bilayer. So lipids which are present in cell membrane, they are arranged in the form of lipid bilayer, whereas the proteins exist at both positions, that is on the surface of this lipid bilayer, and they are also found embedded in the lipid bilayer. So this structure, it looks like similar to that these proteins, these are present in the form of icebergs in the oceans of these lipids. So the proteins icebergs are present in the ocean or sea of lipids. Now the proteins which are present in cell membrane, there are certain proteins which are present at the surface of this lipid bilayer, and these proteins are known as peripheral proteins, or they are known as external proteins or extrinsic proteins or surface proteins. There are certain proteins which are found embedded in the lipid bilayer. These proteins are present embedded in the lipid bilayer, and these proteins, they are known as integral proteins, they are known as intrinsic proteins, or they are also known as intrinsic or integral proteins. Now the third type of integral proteins which are found embedded in the lipid bilayer, or they traverse both lipid bilayers, that is these proteins, they are known as the tunnel proteins, or they are also known as transmembrane proteins. Now in case of lipid bilayer, these polar hydrophilic heads means these are the water attracting region of lipids. So these are polar hydrophilic heads of lipids. They project towards outer side of the cell membrane, whereas these non-polar hydrophobic tails, that is non-polar hydrophobic tails, they are projected towards the center of the cell membrane, or they are present towards the inner side of the cell membrane. So it is the structure of cell membrane, that is fluid mosaic model of cell membrane, in which the lipids forms the bilayer and proteins are present both at the surface of the lipid bilayer, and they are also found embedded in the lipid bilayer. Thank you.